Dr. Puzi, it's 10:30 sharp. Can we begin?
Bismillah, tawakkal ala Allah.
Okay. Raja Munira, we will begin, yeah, inshallah.
Yes, it's already on.
Right.
It's already live on YouTube.
Okay, alhamdulillah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome to the 10th webinar series conducted under Salpat Research Unit of IIUM. Alhamdulillah, this is our first webinar series of the year 2022. I am Anku Hadiza Anku Ibrahim, the research coordinator of the research unit, as well as your moderator for the day. We are indeed very privileged to have with us Dr. Muhammad Fauzi as our first invited speaker for the year 2022. Dr. Muhammad Fauzi is currently the head of Quranic Language Division of Salpat, IIUM, and is a member of the International Union of Muslim Scholars. He obtained his bachelor's degree and diploma in education from IIUM. He then went on to the University of Malaya to pursue his master's and PhD. Dr. Fauzi has authored many works related to Arabic language dictionaries, and Islamic-related topics. With 25 years of experience in the teaching of Arabic language, some of Dr. Fauzi's publications include Kamus Al-Farid, Kata-kata Hikmah Terindah, Bahasa Arab untuk Ibadah, Miftah Al-Lughatul Arabiyah. I hope that's right, Dr. Fauzi. Arabiyah. Miftah Al-Lughatul Arabiyah.
Okay, sahih.
Sahih, ya? Bahasa Arab di Tanah Suci, Ensiklopedia Qurratu Ain, Terjemahan Al-Quran, Titian Akhir Zaman, Hayati Bacaan Ibadah Anda. His latest publications are Dosa-Dosa Akhir Zaman, and his first ebook is Amalan Sunnah Berkaitan Salat. Looking at the number of books Dr. Fauzi has written, we can understand why Dr. Fauzi has chosen this topic today. Thus, without further ado, I would like to invite Dr. Muhammad Fauzi to share with us how everyone can write, inshallah. Tafaddal, Dr. Fauzi.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. A'udzu billahi samil 'alim minasy syaithanir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Innal hamdalillah nahmaduhu wa nasta'inuhu wa nastaghfiruh wa na'udzu billahi min shururi anfusina wa min sayyiati a'malina. May yahdihillahu fala mudilla lahu wa may yudlil fala hadiya lahu. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wahdahu la syarika lahu wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan 'abduhu wa rasuluh. Subhanaka la 'ilma lana illa ma 'allamtana innaka antal 'alimul hakim. Our respected moderator, Lieutenant Anku Haliza Anku Ibrahim, Salpat members, ESC members, my ikhwati wa akhawati min syu'bati lughatil Quran, my fellow friends from ELD, BM division and Tilawah division, and also brothers and sisters in Islam, hadirin hadirat. I pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give us good health, insyaAllah, and to protect us from all kind of diseases and evils, insyaAllah. So, my topic today is about everyone can write. Everyone can write. Actually, I already presented this topic in 2019 at the mini auditorium, Salpat, IIUM. But at that time, only 5 staff turned up. 5 from QLD and 1 staff from ELD. So I think I have to repeat this topic to share with all of you. So at least we can have some idea how to write, inshallah. So I would like to share my little experience in writing some books. So I would like to begin my presentation today with the hadith. Sorry. عن أبي هريرة أن رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم قال إذا مات الإنسان انقطع عنه عمله إلا من ثلاثة إلا من صدقة جارية أو علم ينتفع به أو ولد صالح يدعو له. The Messenger of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, when a man dies, his deeds come to an end except for three things. The first is sadaqah jariyah, the ceaseless charity, a knowledge which is beneficial, or a virtuous descendants who prays, means our children who prays for him for the disease. So in this part it is related to number 2, which is the knowledge which is beneficial, ilmun yuntafa' bih. So why we should write? We would like to share our knowledge and ideas with others. We don't have to wait to be a knowledgeable man or person to be an alim. Then we can write, because nowadays it is very hard to find the real knowledgeable man who knows everything. We cannot reach the level of Imam Ash-Shafi'i or Imam Al-Ghazali or Imam Ibn Taymiyyah and the rest, Imam Ibn Qayyim and etc. and Imam Sheikh Al-Marhum Ramadan Al-Buti Sheikh and all those great scholars. We cannot reach their level at all, I think. So if we want to reach to wait until that time, so nobody will write. So we just want to share what we know with others, inshallah, and then to develop our skills in writing. So everyone can write actually. Everyone can write. You just need time and drillings. Actually, my experience in writing my PhD thesis for about 2.5 years or 3 years. So after completing my PhD, I feel I think I have to fulfill my leisure time with something beneficial, not only for me but also for others, because within the 3 years, throughout the 3 years preparing my PhD, I have sacrificed my crucial times and important times in my life for writing. So after completing that, I think I have so many ample times. So I have to do something with those ample times, inshallah. Then and this is to fulfill our leisure and to generate extra income, inshallah. But this is the last what we call it, objectives lah. We don't aim to get extra income. We aim to share our knowledge, to get the benefit, inshallah, not only in this world and also in the hereafter. So before I move on, actually we are now in the field of education. We are teaching English, Arabic, Al-Quran, and also Bahasa Malaysia, and also any other knowledge. So whoever, in my humble opinion, whoever involves themselves or himself in the field of education, at least we have something, something that can be read, can be left for our ancestors. Please correct me if my English is not good, not as good as Dr. Engku's English. So at least so our family members know that we are teaching Arabic or teaching English and etc. So at least we have something to show them that this is my book. Because we are lecturers, but unfortunately sometimes the pilots, the engineers, they do write books, but the lecturers, unfortunately they do not write books. They are very busy with something else. So that's why I'm here today to actually to motivate my fellow friends, all of you, to write something. To write something. At least we have one book in our life to be left to others, inshallah. And then, so what are the topics that we can write? First, this is the niche markets. These are the niche markets. The first is about travel guides. You went to Turkey, you can tell us, write something about your experience visiting Turkey or any other places in the world, and how to, or manuals. So how to make cakes, for example. So it's so simple. How to for example, how to cook, for example. And then you can write about mystery, science fiction, self-help, do it yourself, technology, religions, language, sport, etc. For example, Ustaz Aiman, for example, love sport, playing football. So just tell us about your hobbies and etc. You can write. So in the upper, in order to motivate others, if you write a non-academic book, we will get 10 marks in the upper. It's quite high. If we write the academic books, such as textbooks, in QLD now, we are now preparing the textbook. So the leader, the main author will get 15 marks according to the upper. So you can refer to upper. So academic book will get 15 marks. So non-academic book will get 10 marks. So can you imagine if you can write 2 books or 3 books in a year, so you will get 20 or 30 marks from from this field, from the research part. So then we plus with the other points from other part, then inshallah we will reach 100 and even more than 100. Mashallah. Type. And then the platform to write. What do you want to write actually? So we can write research. Research we need grant, and then we need team, or we can write books, and then also we can write ebooks. This is the latest technology. So I will speak further about this. Don't worry. So the difference between book and ebook is the ebook they can be delivered or downloaded online. So we can use handphones or laptops to read those books, the ebooks. But the physical books we have to publish. Right. Okay. The comparison between research and book. Sometimes we always find excuses not to write. Why you don't write research? I don't have grant, I am DG, I am said so many excuses. So the losers will always give excuses. So we don't want to be the losers. Inshallah, we want to be the winners, inshallah. So for research, we normally it is funded. So maybe we have to find the grant, or we get the grant from other institution. And then for the DS staff, they will be the principal researcher and the main author, and they will get 15 points. However, the co-author, no matter whether they are DS or DG staff, they will get 3.75 points. And so research is more difficult compared to book, because research is academic works, and we have expert and examiners to endorse your research, to make sure that your research is really reach the objectives and etc. And if for research is a one-off profit, means if you get the grant, that's it. So we cannot make more money from the research. But for books, you can publish, you can have the publisher, you can find out the publishers, whether they are international publishers or local publishers, or if you cannot find the publishers, you can publish by yourself. You can create a company, register a company with ROS, and then you can publish your own book. So I will tell you the positive, the pro and cons of publishing books with publishers and self publication. So so for the book, it is easier because you just need to find out an editor. You can ask help from your friend to read your books, and you give him some token of appreciation based on the agreement. So to correct the mistake and errors and etc. So you don't have to go through expert etc. because the expert sometimes they will reject your works. But for the books, nobody will reject your products. So they will read and they will give their comments. So you just need to correct the errors and etc. And for books, it is if your book become bestseller, it will be the profit will be continuous. So every year you will get the royalty and etc. Inshallah. So and then what are the differences between book and ebooks? So there are advantages and disadvantages of writing book and ebooks. For book, you can, as I told you before, that you can publish by yourself or you can find a publisher, and anybody can write, whether you are DG or DS, no matter. Whether you have master, you don't have master, you are having only degree or you have PhD, anyone can write. Even students also can write. Nobody can prohibit you from writing. So and then you will get the 10 points, and then continuous profit. And then for books, we have to try our best to reduce the mistake. Of course, there are mistakes because there are no books in the world without mistake except Al-Quranul Karim. Except Al-Quranul Karim. So if you read any books, I think we will find some errors. In some book we find many errors. So for book, we try to do many times editing to avoid mistake, because once you make mistake at the book, you have to do something. Yeah, you have to make correction, and sometimes you have to wait until 1 month or 1 year to correct the mistake. But compared to ebooks, for example, my first ebook last year, until yesterday, I still make some correction and I still can update because it is online. So anytime you can update you can correct the mistake. So this is the difference between book and ebook. And also, in order to publish a book, if it is self-funded, I mean, if you want to publish by yourself, we need to prepare more than 10,000 per page for designing. For one page, normally they charge you 10 ringgit normally. Some people they charge you 15 ringgit per page for designing. For printing, so it's up to the number of book that you want to publish. If you publish more than 1,000, you can get less price. If you publish only 500 copies, so you'll be charged more. So roughly I can say we need to prepare about 10,000 ringgit to publish a book. To publish a book. So what about the ebook? Ebook is of course very cheaper than book, because you only have to prepare about only less than 500 ringgit, because we don't have to print out the books. If you are brilliant or clever in designing, you can save the cost. If you can design the cover wonderfully, then you don't have to find someone to design the cover, so you can do it by yourself. If you don't have the skill to design the cover, so you can hire someone, and you can pay them 200 or 300 or 400 ringgit per page, depend for the cover. So but these advantages of ebook is that it is very easy to be plagiarized. Means when someone buy from you the ebook, so he may be able to send or to share the book with others. So if you you don't care about you write for nothing, means lillahi ta'ala, you don't care about the your effort, you do it for the sake of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala for akhirah, so it's okay lah. You can simply disseminate or distribute your ebook to everyone so they can read, they can benefit from your book. But if you think you want to get some return from your hard work, of course it's not easy to write. We have to spend times and we have to sacrifice many things to produce an ebook. So sometimes we ask help from others to get the data and etc., and we have to pay. So with all the expenditures, we might need some return from our job. So we may charge about maybe 20 ringgit for each ebook, or 50 ringgit. It's up to the quality and the topic of your ebook. So it's up to you. So you are free whether you want to take it as sadaqah or lillahi ta'ala, or you want to charge. And if you charge also, we cannot say that the one who charge who sell the ebooks is what we call it worldly minded, mata dunia, cinta dunia, penunggang agama. Tak, we have it's not that the judgment is not true. The judgment is not true, because we have to as a buyer or as a reader, as a public, we have to appreciate what the author has sacrificed in order to produce a book. So, and then how to make ebook. So I will share with you that to make ebook is very easy. So if your ebook is published and with ISBN, then we can get the 10 points. So the university and the CELPET is very generous to give 10 points for non-academic book. So you can write at any topic, then you can get 10 points. So I want to share with you this YouTube on how to make ebook. Very easy, yeah. Okay, let's have a look. Let's watch.
What do you think a successful insurance agent be like? Extra friendly, bubbly, talkative, good at managing.
Hai, Assalamualaikum. Okey, dalam video ni saya nak tunjukkan kepada anda bagaimana cara paling mudah untuk kita terbit ebook kita sendiri. Okey, ramai antara pelajar-pelajar binablog.com sendiri dan prospek digital yang bertanya kepada saya bagaimana caranya untuk kita terbit ebook kita sendiri. Okey, untuk pengetahuan anda, tak susah sangat sebenarnya kalau kita nak start terbit ebook kita sendiri dan jual ebook tersebut untuk kita jana pendapatan tambahan. Okey, so dalam video ni saya nak tunjuk kepada anda bagaimana caranya untuk kita terbit ebook kita sendiri, dan apa yang perlu anda ada adalah satu akaun Gmail. Okey, jika anda belum ada akaun Gmail, anda perlu buat sekarang. Okey, dan jika anda sudah ada akaun Gmail, anda perlu login ke Gmail anda sekarang. Okey, so apa yang anda tengok sekarang ni, ini Gmail saya, akaun Gmail saya. Apabila anda login, anda perlu klik pada atas kanan ni, okey, dan anda klik pada ikon drive ni, okey, yang logo dia kuning, biru dan hijau ni. So bila anda klik benda ni, anda akan dibawa ke page macam ni. Okey, so jika ini first time anda guna, jika ini pertama kali anda guna drive, anda akan lihat benda ni lah. So anda boleh klik benda ni ataupun anda boleh klik benda ni. Okey, saya nak cepat, saya tutup je lah benda ni. Okey, so drive ni adalah satu software online yang Google buat untuk memudahkan kita buat dokumen seperti apa yang kita buat dekat laptop kita pakai Microsoft Word, Microsoft PowerPoint. Cuma ini online lah. So kalau kita tak ada internet, kita tak boleh pakai. Okey, so cara nak guna dia memang tak jauh beza dengan cara nak guna Microsoft Word. Okey, kalau kita pandai pakai Microsoft Word, insya-Allah boleh pakai Google Drive ni. Dan satu kelebihan Google Drive ni adalah bila kita siap buat dokumen kita boleh straight export dokumen tersebut pergi ke format PDF. Okey, di mana format PDF ini adalah format e-book lah. Okey, kalau anda beli e-book dekat mana-mana memang selalunya dia dalam bentuk PDF. Okey, sebab PDF ni dia mudah dibaca, mudah ditransfer dan saiz dia kecil. Okey, so dia boleh dikatakan format yang mesra semua orang lah, mesra alam lah. Okey, so so bila anda dah masuk ke Drive ni, okey, so cara nak buat e-book ni senang je. Okey, anda klik dekat tepi ni ada satu button new ni, anda klik dan anda klik pada yang warna biru ni, Google Docs. So bila anda klik benda ni, dia akan load satu page yang macam ni. Okey, so yang ini anda klik no thanks. Okey, so kalau anda perasan memang bentuk dia memang macam Microsoft Word. Okey, so anda boleh namakan dokumen anda ni ataupun file anda ni, anda boleh letaklah nama ibu anda tu. Contoh ibu cara buat kek. Contoh anda nak buat ibu cara buat kek Okey, so anda boleh tulis anda punya ibu tu macam Microsoft Word. Okey, so anda boleh letak tajuk dia dekat sini. Okey, anda boleh letak tajuk dia besar-besar kat sini. Cara buat kek. Anda boleh letak title. So dibesarkan tengah-tengah kat situ kan. So anda boleh letak dia tengah-tengah macam tu. So anda boleh letak nama anda dekat sini. So boleh. Okey, katakanlah saya yang buat ibu ni kan. So saya letak nama saya lah. Okey, ini page pertama. Okey, so page kedua, so kita turun page kedua. Okey, so ini dah page kedua. So macam e-book ataupun buku yang pernah anda baca. So anda perlu ada kemahiran menulis lah, of course, untuk menulis e-book ni. Okey, katakanlah untuk e-book cara buat kek ni anda nak letak gambar satu. Okey, muka surat pertama dah nak letak gambar kan. So anda klik image dan bila benda ni keluar anda klik pada butang biru ni. Alright, dan anda pilih pada folder gambar anda simpan tu lah. Contoh saya dah ada satu gambar kek kat sini, saya open. So dia upload, dia masukkan ke dalam file e-book kita ni. So dia dah masuk dah. So kalau katakanlah anda nak center, klik kat sini, anda klik center. So dah ada satu gambar kat situ. So anda boleh teruskan penulisan anda kat sini. Okey, anda boleh teruskan. Okey, teruskan penulisan di sini. Okey, dan sambung macam biasa. Okey, dan cara nak guna ni memang tak jauh beza dengan Microsoft Word. So anda boleh ke kirikan tulisan anda, tengahkan tulisan, ke kanan nak tukar warna tulisan boleh, nak jadi tulisan tu ada garis kat bawah boleh, sengit ke kanan sikit boleh, nak bold boleh. So nak ubah dia punya size, nak ubah dia punya font. So memang saya boleh cakap tak jauh beza dengan Microsoft Word. Okey, so katakanlah e-book anda ni dah siap. Okey, so macam mana kita nak publish ke satu format PDF yang saya cakap tadi? Caranya sangat-sangat simple. Okey, anda klik pada file ni. So anda klik pada download as, anda klik pada PDF. Okey, ni PDF dan anda klik. So file tu akan di-download ke komputer anda. So saya download. Okey, so bila dah siap download, akan ada dekat dalam folder saya. So bila saya buka dekat saya punya komputer, okey, so inilah dia file yang saya buat tadi. So anda boleh ambil file ni dan anda dah boleh jual lah. So cara nak jual tu ada macam-macam cara. Okey, anda boleh promote melalui anda punya blog, anda punya Facebook, ataupun anda ada senarai email ataupun subscriber anda sendiri, anda boleh jual dekat anda punya subscriber. So macam-macam cara. Okey, so ini adalah e-book lah ataupun produk digital yang memang sudah boleh dijual. Okey, anda boleh letak harga anda sendiri 51 ke 101 ke, bergantung kepada anda. Okey. Sebelum saya akhiri video ni, saya nak share satu benda. Okey, kawan saya Syamsuriyadi, okey, ada terbitkan satu panduan untuk anda belajar macam mana cara untuk terbitkan e-book. Okey, anda boleh klik link di bawah video ni, ataupun anda boleh pergi terus ke alamat yang anda lihat di skrin sekarang, binablog.com sendiri.com/terbit-ebook, semua huruf kecil. Dan bila anda klik pada link tu, anda akan masuk ke page ni, anda akan masuk ke website ni, di mana sahabat saya ni, Syam ni, dia pernah terbit buku pasal cara buat duit dekat internet, cara nak buat duit dekat blog. So Syam ni adalah seorang sahabat saya yang sangat berpengalaman luas dalam internet marketing ni. Dia dah banyak terbit e-book. Okey, e-book dia memang sangat laku dekat internet. Anda boleh belajar daripada dia. Dan jika anda datang kepada saya dan anda cakap saya nak belajar macam mana nak terbit e-book, macam mana nak buat duit dengan e-book, macam mana nak berhenti kerja dan jadi penulis e-book sepenuh masa, sahabat saya Syam ni memang boleh bantu anda. Dan dia memang buat apa yang dia cakap. Okey, dia bukan sembang kosong. Okey, saya pernah jumpa Syam ni dan saya pernah berbual panjang dengan dia pasal bisnes e-book dia ni. So anda boleh check website ni dan anda boleh beli e-book ni. Okey, pelaburan anda saya jamin akan berbaloi. Okey, dan anda akan belajar macam-macam benda daripada Syam ni, dan support ataupun bantuan selepas anda beli percuma. Anda boleh tanya macam-macam benda daripada Syam ni kalau anda tak clear lepas baca e-book dia. Okey, so saya harap video ringkas saya ni membantu anda, dan kita jumpa dalam video seterusnya. Assalamualaikum dan salam hormat.
Okay. I hope we can get some idea how to make ebook, insyaAllah. Very easy, very easy. So just convert the Word, Microsoft Word to PDF file, and then the next step, we can create the password for the PDF, so that not everybody can open the PDF easily. So there are also ways to create a password for PDF. So I don't want to teach everything today because I don't have all the knowledge. We can have special workshop with the expert on this matter. So what kind of book that we want to, or ebook that we want to write? First one is dictionary. So I think it is very difficult to find English dictionaries written by locals or by Malays specifically. So we only rely on Oxford and also Macmillan dictionaries, Longman, and etc. So I think we have, if for example ELD or QLD can form a team to make a dictionary, then maybe we will ask. We already have the dictionaries in the market, so that is an excuse. So if you want to produce something new, then we can move on. So the question is, until when we want to use the same dictionaries? So those dictionaries will become old. So we need new. And the new vocabs emerge. So we want to include those new vocabs, new terms in the new dictionaries. That's why we need new dictionaries. So dictionaries is something which is based on our experience with our dictionary with my team Al Farid. It is evergreen. So the demand is still there, even though our first dictionary was published in 2009. So until now, after about 11 years, so yearly we still get some royalty, not much, but we still have. So compared to ordinary books, sometime for 2-3 years you can get the royalty, but after that they will not be reprinted. So because the demand is lesser, and sometimes no demand at all after 2-3 years. So we have to rejuvenate, to give new life for our publication, our books. For example, my book related to Bahasa Arab untuk Ibadah, where I prepare for actually is the main part in my PhD thesis. So I think everyone here has masters, and some of us has PhD thesis. We can take some topics from our thesis to make ebook or to make books. So we have to put the content and etc. So just make some adjustment, then we can produce a book very easy. So we come back to the dictionary, and then textbook. Textbook we have to have link with the kementerian lah, kementerian KPM, and sometimes we need 3 or 4 or 5 writers for each textbooks. And then the exercise book. So the exercise book is open to all. We can write the exercise book. If we go to the market, Pustaka Rakyat or popular and other libraries which sell books, we can go there. We can see that only some Muslim involved in writing exercise books. Many of the writers or the authors are non-Malays, Chinese, and some of them are Indians. So I don't know why. So I hope after this program, we can see many exercise book written by Muslim, inshallah. And also we can write novels. We can write religious book. The religious book, it could be the new one, and also the translation. Sometimes we also give excuse, Ustaz, there are so many religious books in the market. Of course, there are many books, and the knowledge in the books cannot be changed. If, for example, in ilmu tajwid, nun mati and tanwin bertemu dengan ya, so the hukum is idgham ma'al gunnah forever until the end of this world. Dia tak berubah, kan? But there are so many tajwid books. Ustaz Surur produce tajwid book. Ustaz, so many ustaz produce the text, the tajwid books, but the content is the same. But how we present the example, we can change the examples, we can change the presentation, the layout, and etc. So then we can produce the new one. So we don't we cannot give excuse, or we can translate a book. Of course, translation, in my little experience in translation, is a very hard work. For me personally, I prefer to write books rather than doing translation, because translation we need so many things. So many things. Our language should be very, very powerful, and etc. So language books, we can write about grammar, and essay, and etc. So the question, how long we want to use the previous or the current books, the current grammar books? We need new grammar books. So we have experienced teachers at ELD and QLD. We can write Kitabun Nahwi or grammar books, Qawaid al-Nahwi, with our own approach, new approach, inshallah. So inshallah, after this, inshallah, Salpet is going to have many publication, inshallah. And then also we can write chapters in a book. So we have themes. For example, this book, my latest book last year, the Dosa-Dosa Akhir Zaman, is a compilation of 17 writers articles. There are 17 articles and sold out. Alhamdulillah, sold out. Now in the process of producing the second edition, and we add one topic for the second edition. So the second edition will be my new publication for this year. So already 10 marks in hand. So not for the points, but to share the knowledge, to share the knowledge, inshallah, with others. So we spend, maybe we can spend only 1 week or 2 weeks only to prepare an articles, and then we get so many benefit in this world and hereafter, inshallah. So and then how to write the dictionary, I think I already told you before about the dictionary. We can use the e-dictionary, electronic dictionary, also online dictionary. And then how we can choose one prominent dictionary or the best dictionary that we think can be relied on as anchor, and then we can change the character, because in the dictionary they use some name or some character, some places. We just replace the places with other places, replace the character, and then include new vocabs, new gender. For example, in Oxford, for example, there are no religious terms, so we can extract the main entries, the main vocabularies, and then we add the religious term in the dictionary, so we can produce a new dictionary. So it's not, of course, we need time and sacrifice to produce. For example, in our dictionary, we spent about 3 years to produce a dictionary. Hard works, inshallah. But it is what we call it, berbaloi lah, berbaloi, inshallah. Right. And then this is the sample of the Oxford that I said. And then in order to write the textbook, we have to follow the latest syllabus prepared by your department or by the Ministry of Education. Right. And then I have some experience with the publisher. Okay, this is how to produce an exercise book, buku latihan lah, buku latihan. So when we read a book, we find the book is not interesting, some errors, we say why it should be like this and like that. So all the defect, all the disadvantages of those books that we read, we take note, and then we produce another one to overcome all those problems. So this is the way. So in this world, problems create opportunities. Okay, and then when you write a book, the other will come to critiques your books. Alhamdulillah. So they will produce another books. So the problem, what creates opportunities? So any problem in this world, don't take it positively, because it creates opportunities. Right. And then this is a sample of exercise book in Arabic. Of course, not many books we can find in the market. Very hard, very difficult to find exercise book for Arabic. The best one I can see from Abu Sakina Adnan Ishaq, from I think from Kelantan. For standard tingkatan 1, 2, 3 and SPM also. So and then this is an example of English exercise book, and how to start writing. Okay, how to start writing? First of all, you have to find the type of book, whether you want to write research or book or ebooks. Okay, and then you have to do some literature review. It means you have to go to the libraries, you have to go to the bookshops to find out the topics, and to spend some money to buy those books. Then we want to make comparison. For example, we can find 5 books. So this book has these advantages. And this book has these advantages. This book, so we can get the idea, and we can produce another book which compile all those advantages from the books that we bought from the shop books. So this is one of the ways to produce to write books. So and then we add something different, the new added value for our book, inshallah. Right, and then select attractive name or topic, inshallah. So it need time also. For example, our latest publication from QLD, inshallah, today we will submit to the printing company. So we spend, I think, about more than 2 weeks to discuss about the best topic for our syllabus, new syllabus. So I don't want to reveal it today, keep it secret. Inshallah, sooner or later, inshallah, we will know, inshallah. And then decide whether you want to write the book individually or in teams. If you think that you can do it individually, it's better. If you think, but if of course we have families, family members, we have church, not wives, wife and children's, and then we have a lot of work to do. We have meetings, we have webinars, we have so many things. So I don't think we can write individually, but some people, they do write individually. We cannot, if cannot, we can find a team. So the team should be not more than 5 lah, because it's very difficult to distribute the royalty, or many members, maybe they will create many problems. So we have to choose, for example, 3 committed colleagues, or assistant or writers, three writers to help you. So then we divide the duties accordingly. So equally, you have to do part 1, I do part 2, you he does part 3, for example. So we divide it equally, because we are going to divide the profit equally. We don't want sleeping partners. So the sleeping partners should be expelled. Only share their names, but doing nothing. So it's not fair lah. It's not fair. So and then once completed, when we have completed writing the book, we can choose an expert for editing and comment. So we can we have to spend some money lah to pay the payment for editing. So no pain, no gain. No pain, we have to sacrifice something in order to gain something. Right? Nothing is free in this world. Right? And we have to list down. Okay. When we have prepared a book, so we want to find the publisher. If we don't have money to publish by ourselves, so we want to find publishers. So I have, of course, sweet and sour experience searching for publishers. We went to DBP, we went to ITBM. So at least we have one product with them, one publication with DBP, one with ITBM, and we also try with some other companies. Of course, the value of your publication also rely on the status of the publisher. If the I will talk about this later on. So we have to convince the publisher that our book is good and marketable and will be bestseller, for example, inshallah, to convince the publisher. So the publisher will decide. Some publisher, they have meetings. They have meetings to decide whether to choose or not to choose your book. But normally, if the what we call it, syarikat yang not so popular, for example, Al Hidayah and etc., the owner or the manager of the company will decide. whether to accept or not to accept your book. So beware. So actually between there are two ways. They pay your product, whether they can pay you one off payment, for example 5,000, and that's it. We cannot get more than that. We cannot get royalty, but another company, they prefer to give royalty. So in my opinion, royalty is better. Because you will get annually, sometimes twice in a year, the royalty. But we need to make sure that the publisher is trustworthy, or can be trusted, because some of not all, some of the publishers, they do not pay to the writers accordingly. So because they have many books, hundreds of books, so they sometimes they overlook our royalty. So then we cannot get benefit from our books. So we have to make sure the right publishers to choose, and then to tell them what are the added values that we have from our books. And then we have to highlight on the wonderful presentation. We have wonderful presentation and also advanced graphic and also pictures also. But some companies, they have their own graphic designer. So we just give them the Microsoft Word book, so they can, and then they can change it to the book. So and then make sure that the new books are filled with updated info, not outdated info. And then for example, the exercise book, we have to make creative exercises, not the same style of exercises from the previous book. So we have to be creative, and then new vocabs, and then using the latest curriculum. So we have to engage with the KPM as well. If you want to produce the school exercise book. And then for publication, where to publish, I said we can choose international publishers if we have connection with them, or national publishers, for example, IUM Press, DBP, ITBM, where we can get higher points with them. Or local publishers such as Karang Craft, Laga Biru, PTS, Hidayah, Karya Bestari, etc. So we get 1 point. And then for self-publication, we have to learn how to market our book. Otherwise, we print 1,000 books and then you keep it in our room. So then kena makan dengan anak-anak. So it will not benefit us. And then, but if we can sell it, all the books that we ourselves produce it, so we can get more profit. The capital for, because we have to prepare, as I said, that we have to prepare about 10,000, at least 10,000 to produce a book. Risky but profitable. So make sure that all the pembelian, cash and carry, no consignment. Because there are so many experience, people take the book but they didn't pay. So we lost there. So this is the top publishers in the world: Pearson, Thomson, Penguin, and etc. for English. So how to publish? For publishers, if we publish our book by publisher, it will be fully sponsored. Self-publish, we can get more than 50% profit, inshallah. Okay, I think I already talked about this. Royalty on lump sum, I already talked about this also. Okay, and then so how to get the ISBN? What is ISBN? So if you produce a book without ISBN, so you will not get the point and etc. So it is very easy to get the ISBN. ISBN is International Standard Book Number. The purpose is to market and advertise, and your book will be put under the National Directory and Cataloging. And then in order to protect our publication from plagiarism and copyright, very important. Without the ISBN, they can simply copy our books. And the form can be downloaded, so we can use. You have to register at this website, PNM, Perpustakaan Negara, in order to get ISBN and EISBN. Very easy. Very easy to get that. Now you just need to attach the cover, the content, and some pages from your book together with the form. Then they will process. In my experience, based on my experience, it takes about less than one week to get the ISBN. Very easy. So don't think it is very difficult to get the ISBN. So readers comment. So when you write a book, of course, there are readers will give their comment and critics. Alhamdulillah, because we have to be open-minded and open-hearted to receive the comment and critics, because they are not paid to critics you. When they comment, it means that they help us to improve our product, our publication. So we receive all comment and critique. Of course, we are human beings. We make errors. So don't be afraid to make errors in publication. Just write, and then refer to some expert. And even after referring to the expert, also we can find some errors, because they are also human beings. If we recite the PhD thesis, which has been edited so many times, also we can find some errors. So when they critics, they say, what is this doctor write this? How can they commit such kind of errors, stupid errors? Whatever they say, we just accept, because we are human beings. Okay, and then we will improve for the second edition to produce another book, inshallah. So my advice to everyone, time is running out. We need quality time to translate, to edit, or to write. Of course, there is a mistake, translation. So we need quality time. So in 24 hours per day, maybe we have 1 or 2 hours quality time where our mind are very fresh. So at that time, inshallah, we get more ilham from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to write something, to share with others, inshallah, and to fulfill our leisure time. So what we write and what we produce may change us from nobody to somebody, inshallah. And we do everything for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Aku menulis bukan kerana nama. So this is some of my publications. So this is my latest ebook. Inshallah, whoever who are interested can contact me, inshallah. That's all from me, inshallah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Very interesting indeed, Dr. Fauzi. We have a comment here on YouTube, Dr. Fauzi.
Okay.
It's from Dr. Azhar. He said he has written, but he does not know how to publish. I think you have addressed that, but could you probably quickly summarize your recommendations for Dr. Azhar?
Okay, of course, sometimes we write some topic, then the topic for us it is interesting. For us, in our, kita panggil macam shock sendirilah with this topic. but the publishers see it the other way. For them, is the topic is not interesting, and so that's why they do not want to publish our books. So in this case, we can change the book to e-books. So ebook you can as I show you the way. So you can turn to the PDF, and then we can do certain step to make ebook, and then you can sell. You can sell in Instagram, WhatsApp, whatever, and how many. No matter lah. Don't think so much about how many person will buy, how many people will buy your book. Just publish it. Just get the ISBN and then publish. Lillahi ta'ala. That's it. Very easy, inshallah. Don't rely on publishers, because currently all the publishers are having a problem because of the current situation, COVID, economy, etc. They are very choosy. So is it true, Datin? Choosy,
Yes,
memilih.
yes, that's correct. Yeah, I think they have to be choosy, isn't it, for practical purposes?
Yeah. That's why. Okay. Another question.
Inshallah. I would like to invite our listeners on Zoom to ask questions. If there's any. Dr. Liza Abdullah commented that what is it, aku menulis bukan kerana nama tadi. She said it sounds like a lyric from a song. It sounds very catchy.
Betul. Very catchy.
Ramli Sharif.
Oh yeah,
Papa
Dr. Liza, is that from
Yeah, very catchy. Nah, I don't have any question, tapi I feel motivated after listening to Dr. Puzi sharing the way, the idea of writing, and also don't wait and just go on, and then we think of how we publish. So somehow it gives me I mean, kita ada a lot of things in our mind. Kan nak fikir, nak menulis tu. Thank you very much, Dr. Puzi. I really respect lah, salute you. And thank you for sharing. InsyaAllah ni membakar semangat kami. to start
InsyaAllah,
slow.
ELD can produce books, InsyaAllah.
Okay.
Great
InsyaAllah.
things.
We get back to you for more tips. Thank you very much.
Inshallah, Dr. Liz will lead the way for ELD, inshallah. I think it's just,
Inshallah, we'll see.
Thank you, Dr. Liz.
Assalamualaikum. I just want to ask. Sorry, can I just a quick question?
Sure, this is Dr. Farida, right?
Oh, MashaAllah, my boss. Okay, tafadhali.
Farida.
Terpanggil untuk menulis after listening to you. Just that, I ni takut hampa, tak ingatlah lirik lagu yang hampa-hampa ni. But let's say you write something and you make it ebook and then nobody wants to buy. How would you console your tender heart to say that it doesn't matter?
Keep on writing, but
Diri kan.
So it come back to our intention to write lah. If nobody would like to buy your ebook, never mind. You just give it for donation to all. So at least I don't think no one will not read your publication when you put it in your Instagram or in your WhatsApp group. So just have a look. At least and the first book. It could be introduction. So when they read your book, so they know, oh, Dr. Farida has written a book. This is the first book. For the first book, of course, you can make it if free, alhamdulillah. And then the second book, you can have some charge.
Macam tu, my next question is, how do we charge? How are we going to put the value to our writing too? It depends on the responses.
Okay, it depends on the topics and also the responses and the number of pages also. All those things included to put the price. Inshallah, if you think that your book is the best in the world and no one can write like that, then you can put higher price lah. If our book is just ordinary book, everyone can write the topics here already. We have the topic in the market, so we can put maybe moderate price. So we have to also refer to the price of others ebook in the market. Also.
Okay,
so
thank you, Dr. Puzi.
My ebook is only 20 ringgit this one. Very cheap.
All right, thank you.
Inshallah, thank you for your comment.
I would like to invite other questions, other comments. Okay, I have a question, a burning question, Dr. Puzi, from somebody who has not published any books. You were talking about dictionaries, yeah?
Yeah.
I was wondering how you actually choose the words to be included in the dictionaries, because I think a lot of dictionaries, they base it on the frequency of the words, meaning words that are frequently used are actually included in the dictionary. So how, of all the number of words, how do you actually choose which words to be included in the dictionaries that you have worked on so far?
Before writing the dictionary, of course, we have to open so many dictionaries to choose the best one, to follow the step and etc. The what we call it, the methodology and etc. So for example, in our dictionary, we rely on Al-Mawrid dictionary for Al-Farid. So this is our main reference. So and then we add the new the added values. We choose, we divide the dictionary into 5 sections because we have 5 authors, 5 writers. So and then we choose not all words we take. We choose the word that is they are contemporary words. Because they are all words that we no longer use it. And then to add on, we buy all the books at the Kementerian, the Arabic textbook. So for example, for tahun 1, tingkatan 1, books 1, I give to Ustazah Mazidah, and then book tingkatan 2 to Ustazah Asma, book tingkatan 3 for Ustazah Rajam, and then form 4 for Dr. Azul, and then for form 5 for me. So everyone should read the book and then come out, list down the new vocab that we think student has to learn, that student do not know. The normal vocab, normal entry we do not take. So that's one of the way to collect the new words to be included in our dictionary. And then we plus on another books lah, to make it contemporary, inshallah.
MashaAllah. Sounds like a lot of work. Of course,
Yeah.
I'm sure writing dictionary, like you mentioned, it has taken you like 3 years to work on it.
Yeah,
I think
3 years.
Considering that it's a dictionary, that's not a very long time, isn't it? MashaAllah.
For editing, we take 1 year for editing.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yes. MashaAllah.
How about the pictures, Dr. Puzi? Do you include pictures as well?
So far, the latest one, the publisher included the pictures.
Oh yeah.
But
publishers and cari.
publisher and
Okay.
Is there a hard copy or is there any e-dictionary? Is there any e-dictionary yet in Arabic?
The first edition we have e-dictionary and hard copy. The second edition, so far, based on my concern, only you have the hard copy.
Oh, okay. People still use hard copy dictionary, yeah?
Yeah, still. In some school, they buy they bought the dictionaries for their students.
Right. Do you have a lot of market for the e-dictionary?
The e-dictionary we don't have. The company pay us lump sum for e-dictionary.
But I mean, did people actually buy the e-dictionary? Did they find it useful, or do you think people still prefer hard copy dictionary when it comes to dictionaries?
Some people prefer to use e-dictionary, some people prefer to hard copy dictionaries. I cannot say.
For the e-dictionary,
Still have market.
MashaAllah. Okay, other questions, please. I don't want to dominate with all the questions. Anyone? Let me check the YouTube, if we have more questions on the YouTube. Okay. Sister Adura Ali asked here, how to get your ebook, Dr. Fuzi?
Okay. Okay, inshallah, can contact me.
Have to PM you then to get
PM.
a complimentary ebook, yeah, Dr. Fuzi.
Inshallah.
Okay, Sister Adura. Okay, Sister Adura, so the answer is there. Please private message Dr. Fuzi, and inshallah, we're all looking forward to reading your ebook as a guide for us to move towards that, mashallah. Okay, any more questions? Last call for questions on Zoom, live with us. Okay, I think that's all the questions that there is on YouTube.
Ada another one to Dr. Engku from Datin Zuri ya.
From Datin Zuri. Yang mana ya?
Exercise book tu is it a workbook ke macam mana?
Yeah, I think she mentioned that. Okay, got her my answer because she asked an earlier question at the position. She said when you're talking about exercise book, that's
I see. Sorry.
Yeah, and then about Watu, she mentioned that. Okay, got my answer. So I assume that when you're talking about exercise book, you're talking about a workbook, a book where you can put your answers inside, yeah?
Yeah, correct.
So this is mainly for the secondary school market and primary school market, yeah, Dr. Fuzi?
And also at university.
Oh, and also at uni, yeah. I think
Yeah.
our uni still use that, yeah. The
Mhm.
exercise books, inshallah. Okay. Any more questions before we end for the day? I think that's last of the questions, inshallah. So jazakallahu khairan kathira, Dr. Fuzi, for sharing with us your insightful experience and recommendations on how to get writing. I think all of us are surely very motivated. We will surely get in touch with you. My appreciation to everyone out there who have taken time, after the hectic marking session to be with us. And if you do have further questions for Dr. Fuzi regarding his presentation or regarding more tips of how to get published and how to write, please feel free to email Dr. Fuzi directly, or you could also email to me. Yeah? Thank you, and assalamu alaikum. We look forward to seeing you again in all the future CRU webinars, inshallah, next month. Assalamu alaikum.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Salam. Thank you very much.
Welcome.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Dr. Fuzi.
Inshallah, welcome.
Inshallah. Thank you, Dr. Fuzi.
Thank
Okay,
you,
see you
organizer,
again.
Prof.
Barakallahu fiik.
Thank you, Ustazah Mazidah, for joining us.
Yes, of course.
Hope you get well soon.
Alhamdulillah. Better.
Alhamdulillah.
Nasib baik
Much
dia lah.
better.